Welcome to a video in the Digital Transformation Foundation series. We'll discover the real-world strategies, cultural shifts, and leadership behaviors that separate thriving organizations from those that collapse, despite having massive resources. This video cuts through the noise to reveal what drives transformation success and what causes well-resourced organizations to fail. We'll analyze case studies of winners like Microsoft and Adobe, and failures like Kodak and Blockbuster, to identify recurring patterns you can apply to your organization. Our learning journey covers 5 key areas: framing transformation, examining the winners, analyzing the failures, synthesizing the patterns, and applying the diagnostic to your own organization. Digital transformation is not just about new software or infrastructure upgrades. It's a fundamental reimagining of how an organization creates value. This involves reshaping strategy, culture, processes, and customer relationships through the intelligent use of technology. True transformation requires 3 dimensions to evolve simultaneously: technology, strategy, and culture. Changing one without the others leads to inefficiency, resistance, or stagnation. The most successful organizations tackle all 3 in parallel. Chapter 1 focuses on the winners. These organizations recognized the digital inflection point early and acted decisively. Their stories show how strategic vision, leadership resolve, and organizational agility create sustainable competitive advantage in the digital era. Our first winner is Microsoft. Under Satya Nadella, Microsoft went from a PC-era giant to a cloud-first powerhouse. This reinvention added over $2 trillion in market value in under a decade. Before 2014, Microsoft was stuck in a Windows-first mindset with a competitive internal culture. Nadella introduced the, quote, mobile-first, cloud-first rallying cry. He fostered a growth mindset, repositioned Azure, and made strategic acquisitions like LinkedIn and GitHub. Key transformation levers for Microsoft included the Azure cloud strategy, fostering a growth mindset culture, adopting open ecosystem thinking, and making strategic acquisitions like LinkedIn, GitHub, and Nuanced. Winner number 2 is Adobe. They made a terrifying bet to abandon perpetual software sales for a subscription model, the Creative Cloud. This transition became a blueprint for SaaS transformation, despite short-term dips in revenue and customer backlash. Adobe's transformation journey spanned years. From announcing the shift in 2011 and enduring market backlash, the company stabilized its revenue and investor confidence by 2016. By 2021, its market cap exceeded $300 billion. Adobe's lesson is to endure the valley of disruption. Leadership conviction is non-negotiable. It requires the courage to absorb short-term pain in service of long-term value, leading to predictable and scalable recurring revenue. Our third winner is Netflix. They engineered the shift from physical to digital media twice, moving from DVD by mail to streaming, and then to a global content studio. Their story is a definitive case study in proactive self-disruption. Netflix's reinvention had 3 acts: DVD by mail, streaming, and becoming a content studio. Each required anticipating demand, accepting short-term losses, and competing with its own current business model. Netflix's secret weapon is data. This drives the personalization engine, content investment decisions, like commissioning House of Cards, and enables localization at scale to fuel global expansion. Walmart, the world's largest retailer, faced an existential threat from Amazon. Instead of ceding the digital space, Walmart launched an aggressive retail transformation, turning its physical footprint into a competitive weapon. Walmart invested over $11 billion in e-commerce and technology, acquiring Jet.com for digital talent. The strategy leveraged its 4,700-plus stores as micro-distribution centers, resulting in a 97% growth in U.S. e-commerce sales in 2020. Walmart's insight: legacy assets are not liabilities if you have the strategic imagination to redeploy them. This meant using stores as fulfillment hubs, retraining 1.6 million associates, and leveraging supply chain data for predictive fulfillment. Chapter 2 focuses on the failures. For every success, many more were left behind, not due to lack of resources, but due to a failure of vision, urgency, and cultural courage. These are cautionary tales about leadership and organizational inertia. Our first failure is Blockbuster. They had every chance to lead the streaming revolution, but declined a $50 million partnership offer from Netflix in 2000. Within a decade, Blockbuster was bankrupt. Blockbuster's failure was driven by dependency on late fees, resistance from franchisees who protected physical store traffic, and investor short-termism that stripped resources needed for digital competition. Failure number 2 is Kodak. They invented the digital camera in 1975, but buried their own invention to protect film sales. They were ultimately destroyed by the very technology they created. Kodak had the technology, brand, and R&D budget to lead. Instead, they shelved digital to protect their high-margin film business, viewed digital as a threat, and filed for bankruptcy in 2012. Kodak's core lesson is that organizations that cannot disrupt themselves will be disrupted by someone who can. Their rational financial logic to protect high film margins became lethal. A's did their core belief that they were fundamentally a film company. Our third failure is GE, their massive digital transformation, aiming to make GE the, quote, digital industrial company, consumed billions on the Predix platform, but failed to deliver, contributing to a dramatic corporate collapse. GE's vision was to become a top 10 software company, but execution failed. Predix was expensive and complex. The traditional industrial culture was incompatible with agile software development, leading to downsizing and asset sales. Failure number 4 is Sears, America's original everything store. It had every structural advantage to lead e-commerce. Instead, it became the most dramatic retail collapse in U.S. history, filing for bankruptcy in 2018. Sears' downfall was a cumulative result of underinvestment and strategic drift. They lost their scale advantage in the 90s, missed the digital window in the 2000s, and prioritized financial engineering over reinvestment, culminating in bankruptcy. Chapter 3 explores the patterns behind both success and failure. A set of recurring, structural forces consistently enable or destroy transformation. Understanding these is key to diagnosing your organization's readiness. Pattern 1 is vision before technology. Winners like Microsoft defined a clear strategic North Star, ensuring technology serves strategy. Failures like GE invested heavily in technology like Predix, without a clear business model or customer-validated strategy. Pattern 2, culture eats strategy for breakfast. Microsoft's growth mindset transformation enabled all technology initiatives. Conversely, GE's industrial culture and Blockbuster's retail culture acted as barriers, resisting the agile approaches necessary for success. Pattern 3, self-disruption requires courage. Netflix deliberately cannibalized its DVD business for streaming, while Adobe switched its revenue model from licenses to subscriptions, despite short-term pain. Kodak, by contrast, refused to disrupt its film business, leading to its downfall. Pattern 4 highlights the critical difference between the speed of market change and the speed of an organization's decision-making and execution. The ability to close this gap is the fundamental job of transformational leadership. Pattern 5, data as strategy, not just operations. Netflix used viewing data for strategic content commissioning. Walmart leveraged supply chain data for predictive fulfillment. Blockbuster and Sears, however, failed to derive strategic insight from the vast customer data they possessed. Pattern 6, leadership conviction under pressure. Adobe's leadership held the course during customer complaints and stock pressure. In contrast, Blockbuster's leadership repeatedly reversed digital strategies due to franchisee and investor pressure, proving inconsistency is fatal. Chapter 4 introduces the Transformation Readiness Framework. This diagnostic identifies 6 critical dimensions determining an organization's position in the face of digital disruption. Transformation is a system, and strength across all dimensions is key. This self-diagnostic includes questions for each of the 6 dimensions, like strategic clarity and cultural agility. Use these questions to honestly assess your organization's readiness for transformation and identify areas that need immediate attention. Comparing winners and failures across these dimensions reveals stark differences. Winners possessed clear vision, growth culture, data as a strategic asset, and proactive self-disruption. Failures were defensive, risk-averse, and anchored to past success. The uncomfortable truth about failure is that it was rarely a lack of resources. Blockbuster, Kodak, and GE had ample means. Failure was a lack of will, a cultural problem, and ultimately a failure of leadership to overcome past success. Great transformation requires 4 actions: seeing the signal early, deciding with courage, building the culture first, and executing relentlessly. This integrated approach elevates good strategy to great transformation. The single most important takeaway is to start before you must. Successful organizations acted when their business was strong. Waiting until disruption forces your hand means the window of opportunity has often already closed. Charting your own path involves 3 steps. Diagnose honestly using the framework, designed for both today's business and tomorrow's growth, and lead the narrative by communicating the vision consistently to stakeholders. Ask yourself 3 crucial questions this week. What signal are we currently ignoring? What bold move would we make if we weren't afraid? And is our culture an enabler or a barrier to the future we need to build? In summary, the 6 laws of transformation are: vision first, culture is infrastructure, disrupt yourself, data is strategic, match market speed, and hold the conviction. These are the laws of lasting change. To future-proof your business, you need the clarity to see what is coming, the courage to act before you must, and the culture to sustain transformation through inevitable turbulence. Thank you for watching this video.